I'm not even sure if I can be seen, but welcome to my YouTube channel, Loc'D, and I'm feeling that some little light in my depression. That seems like something worth doing. I recently cleaned my room after months of just living in my depression bubble. And then today I saw a few people, and then I tried to get my schedule for work all situated, and then I'm going to take you on today as I run some errands. I wanted to start this vlog off earlier, but that didn't happen because I forgot. So here we are. I ate some, I made this breakfast, and I mean, you can't see it, but I made this breakfast yesterday, and it was just like sausage, jalapenos, caramelized onions, and eggs. So I did that, and right now I'm in the line to drop off donations, so I'm doing that. I have donations in the seat, donations in the back, so I'll be dropping those things off. And then I have 2 more appointments, and I also need to bring stuff back to TJ Maxx that I bought a while ago, because I think in a week I won't be able to bring them back. So I'm gonna just do that because it's just sitting in my car, and I'm like, girl, you gotta do it. So that's what I'm gonna do. But I wanted to talk to you guys about 2 books. The first book is called Curdle Creek, and I read this off of a recommendation from a girl I really trust online. I'm gonna put her link below, but I read the book, and it took me a very long time to read the book. I think mainly because I started reading the book right when Renee Good was killed, and I just didn't have the energy. I just didn't want to do like anything. So I just kind of went very eternally. I mean, I was doing things and showing up in community in ways that I felt that I had to do, but I couldn't find the energy to really read. And I'm also in school, and it's just levels to the multitude of things that's going on in my head. And I just kept, like, I had to restart the book twice. Then I had to go back to the middle of the book because I felt like I was missing things I wasn't fully comprehending. But I just think the book was a 2. I think I'm going to give it a 2 out of 5. And this year I feel like I'm rating things a little bit more truer, because in previous years I was like, oh, I'm just going to give everything a 3 because it's not that bad. But there were just so many things about the book that didn't work for me. So a lot of you guys know that I'm studying linguistics, and I used to ask myself at the beginning of this program, like, I wonder if there will ever get to a point where I'll read a fiction book and it'll like irritate me because of what I know about linguistics. And that's what this book was for me. And I hate that for me, because I even hate it when books about, different mental health ruin it for me, because I'm a therapist. Like, it's too much. So the book ruined it for me with the different timelines and how, like, the English was relatively the same. The phonology wasn't there, so it just made me go in and out of the book. I also didn't understand the ending. So there was just things about the book that didn't work for me, but that doesn't mean I'm not going to read something else from an author. There are so many authors, like one author in particular, Kaylin Barron, who I really like reading her books, but some of them didn't fit for me, and some of them were fucking bangers. So I'm never going to be like, you know what, I'm not reading her stuff no more. That's not happening. So then I started reading this book, called Burn Down Master's House by Clay Kane, and I feel like I'm coming alive again. I really feel that way, because this book is so freaking good. Like, the beginning, the author is talking about why he wrote this book, and he's giving you like a history lesson, which I think is really dope. He didn't have to, but I think oftentimes, especially in today's world where critical thinking is at an all-time low, and they have closed the schools, they need to open them back up. I think because of that, I think it was really responsible of the author to explain the history behind why he's writing this book. My only critique is, and I feel this way about a lot of people, when we are talking about erasure of black pain, erasure of blackness, and then we start talking about how slavery was the worst thing America did. I don't like when we do that, because that also is indigenous erasure. You know, like, the founding fathers came to this country with a goal, and that goal included the genocide of so many nations that don't even exist today. Less than 1% of our population, total population in America, are the original people, are indigenous folks. So I really wish that we were more inclusive in that when we're writing things and talking about things. And I'm not taking away from slavery. Slavery was fucking awful. We are still feeling the effects of enslavement to this day. We also are still feeling it in our own bodies, right? But I need us to work a little bit better on when we're talking about slavery. We can't continuously say it was the worst thing that ever happened, because there were other worse things that happened too. And I don't think saying like one of America's greatest sins was slavery takes away from the fact that it was fucking atrocious, from the fact that it was terrible and awful, and the fact that so many of our ancestors had to suffer in unmentionable ways, right? So that's just one of my critiques on it. I did love it so much, but that was just a critique that I had. So I'll see you in the next clip. I'm trying to get to my next appointment. I'm fucking up this muffin. You know how you buy something and you try and you're like, it's not that good, but you spent money on it, so you gotta commit to it. And that's just how I feel about this muffin. And I'm really out here in Minnesota with no fucking coat on. This is the look, if that makes sense. Anyway, got chocolate all on my hands. Anyway, let me try to eat this really quick. Put my mask on and get in there. See you in the next clip. All right, so we got one. Ooh, I don't even know. I should have something that you can like prop this up on, but I don't. So I just have you sitting here on top of my windshield. So I need to go drop this stuff off to the TJ Maxx, and then I have 2 more errands I'm gonna try to sneak in before 4 p.m. I'm not sure, and then we shall see what else happens, what else energy I have, you know what I mean? Okay, so I was able to return it, and that's good because I always like to get my money back. So that was good, because sometimes you miss the return date and I would have been so sad. So I went ahead and did that, and now I'm gonna try to see where I should go next. Good morning. I'm not really sure how I look, but it's Sunday and I really need to get homework done, so I'm gonna do that. But I have a bubbler. I was gonna go live with my patrons. I usually do that on Saturdays, but the previous clip showed you what I was doing instead, and I just had a really rough mental health night. Didn't go to sleep till 4 a.m. So I'm just trying to not let what happened last night ruin my whole week or my whole month, and just trying to be active and keep reminding myself that depression hates a moving target. It hates it. So I am just about to, let you guys know what I'm doing today, and I think that should be the end of the vlog, and then I'll start another one and just keep doing them because they are fun. It's nice to do. The editing suck, I won't lie. The editing is the thing that takes me the longest. It's why I have gaps in my content, because I don't have time for the editing, but have time to do the clip. Like I don't know what that's about. But let's get ready. I don't know, y'all. That was giving phallic.
And then I think they were like, okay, great, we want a trilogy.
Leandra is such a great person to follow. Her content is really good. I love her sprints. They're very cozy. Look at this setup. This is just very, very nice. So I'm gonna use her sprint to read and also get some productivity. I can't fully participate in the readathon because I have a lot of work to do, but you know, here we are. Okay, I had to go and put on like a little sweater because I didn't realize how wide the angle would be, and y'all weren't gonna talk about my nipples. I know that's right. Anyway, we got the drink. I think I have an assignment due today. I have a study group at 5, which should be okay for the Bad Bunny that I would be watching. So I'm going to, oh my God. I just saw that Scotty Cherie Reeves just posted a Black History Month tag. I'm gonna have to do that at some point today. I don't need to cover my hair. I just keep forgetting that I have the bonnet on, and I'm getting used to my little micro locks. I just realized there was a lot of things happening, so I hope the camera didn't pick up any of that. And let me see if I can just be a girly who used her microphone. Because why, like, I bought this. It's like the DJI mics. I bought these from someone a while ago, and I think I paid like $20? $20? They were used, which I have no problem with. I buy a lot of used stuff. The camera I'm filming from is used. I want to talk about how I was a hater. I was like, why are the girlies having Stanleys? And then I needed a Stanley. No, I needed a cup with a handle. Because every time I do this, I don't know if you guys are clumsy, but I am. I need a cup with a handle. And it was this and that old Wally, whatever name of that cup. And I just don't pronounce it right. I think it's because of the vowel, consonant. I keep forgetting the order. But this was the cheapest thing there. This was $16, and it wasn't a super offensive color, and that's why this got purchased. I wanted to, let's hook up the mic, and then we'll talk a little bit more. Okay, Olivia told me. I have the bubbler. Hopefully I can get through today with Young Bub on the 1s and 2s. I know that's right. And let's figure out, I need to find somebody to help me with this interview. I'm probably about to ask somebody on my Patreon, or I'm about to phone a friend. You understand? Leandra put 55 minutes on the clock, so let's see what's up. I'm going to actually tie this to my shirt. You saw that ghetto-ness? I spent $20 a while ago on like a case for this camera, and they all were not very cute, but the case came and it's just this color. So at some point of me cleaning this very messy desk, I'm so glad you can't see it. It really looks like my room is together. My office / Angela is together. but it really isn't. But Angela looks like she's ready to get out of her bath, and she's ready to eat. So let's just take a little look at Angela. Angela, girl, what's going on? She's like, I'm ready to get up out of here. I'm tired of this. Tired. I was giving her a bath earlier, which I use a little toothbrush and just really get that butt. Let me get that scratch. Yay, yay. Let me get that scratch. Yay, yay. Scratch you up now, hey. Scratch you up now, hey. Let me get that butt, hey, hey. Okay. You've been here for a while. I don't see no poop, Angela. Look at her hiding in the corner. I don't see no poop, my girl. But that's okay. We all ain't got to poop. All right. This is Angela meal. She has some avocado, some tortoise seasoning, and her vitamins that are also a seasoning thing. And you see her humidifier working hard in the back. And then she also has just a variety of spinach. Look at her. Hungry. Greedy. She's greedy. I get it, girl. All right, so we're going to take her out. And then we're going to let her eat. All right. I'm going to take this out of there. Girl, why are you so aggressively moving like that? What's going on? With the lettuce on you. Like, what's happening? All right, let's see if she eats something. Uh-oh. You better snack it up. You better snack it up. Hey, hey. That's what I'm talking about, baby boo. Show them you got them chops. Just to eat it up. You gon' eat veggies. Now you saying avocado. Baby springs. Get it, girl. Hey, hey, hey. Get it, girl. Hey, hey, hey. I know that's right, young Angie. Get it. All right. Back to the program. All right. So Angela is a reptile. I don't know how many times I gotta say that. Angela is a reptile. So I either wash hands and Sandy, or just Sandy. Right now I'm just Sandy because I'm doing this, and then after this I'll go wash hands. Okay. You know how every once in a while capitalism gets you? I bought these 3 things that I actually thought was lost in the mail. They're what you put your belts and hats on and hang them up in the closet. And I have a very interesting design closet. It is very small and very awkward. And I've never had a closet this small, like never. So I am really trying to do the best that I can. So I bought these to help with the organization and to help when you have a rump like mine and hips like mine and you have a narrow closet. You're constantly bumping into things keep falling. So I'm hoping that if I put everything on here and hang it on the hook, because it's like 4 or 5 belts fighting for its life on one hook, 4 or 5 hats fighting for its life on one hook, and they keep falling every time I pass it. So I'm hoping that this will work. So I got that for that. This was a stupid purchase, I'm going to be honest. And I'm saying that it's stupid because with the Osmo Pocket 3, it already has, it's a case inside of it. I don't know why you would need a second case. I should have, I don't know. But this was me like trying to split up the cost of things, being like, I'm gonna buy the accessories first before I buy the camera, and that's what happened. And then my patrons know this, but a lot of people don't, is that I'm having like dental issues. So I just invested in a new toothbrush because I don't think my toothbrush is doing what it should be doing. I opened this in the most ghetto way. I shouldn't have, but this is the name of the toothbrush. It's called Big Mouth. This is a Black woman owned brand, and she created this toothbrush. I've been looking at it for a couple years, and I thought that I would try it out and see if this gives me the results that I want. I'm assuming recicla means recycle in Spanish. I'm hoping. And I bought a screen protector for the camera that I'm on right now, and I'm gonna try to get that on as soon as possible because I have come to the terms that I am a clumsy person and I will break everything unless I figure out ways to protect it. And I think that's why I made this purchase. And I'm looking at it. I'm sizing it up. I don't even know if it's big enough, actually. Anyway, I have cords I can use that for and put it in my purse when I go to school. So anyway, this is the Big Mouth toothbrush. It was created by Dr. Bobby Peterson. This is her information. You can pause to read if you want. I'll read it to you though. Dr. Bobby is a second generation HBCU educated dentist. I know that's right. Her commitment to communities of color and her mission to make oral health central to public health are evident in her advocacy, her influence, and her practice. Aces Braces, located in the heart of Brooklyn, New York. Oh, she's a Black woman from New York. And this is the world's first ever Black female-owned toothbrush company. What a feat. And you had to like pre-order this. And they had a good sale when I bought it. But you know me. I need a sale. Okay. One thing I wish I did research on, which I will at some point, which is figure out if you can buy replacements. Because I don't know if that was let me see. And personally, I don't care if it was on Shark Tank. I just care if it works. So, oh, she has ton scrapers too. I didn't know that, but I already have a water pick. I need to start using it some more. I keep just using my little handy picks. She does have refills. Okay, that's dope. Cause I was like, this is just enough for a year. Cause you're supposed to change your toothbrush every 6 months, right? The head. Oh, it said every 3 to 4 months. Okay. So, because I have ADHD and I be needing accommodations. Okay, sorry, I got distracted. So this is a toothbrush. It took months to get it. I will say it took not months. I'm being dramatic. It took maybe a month to get it. Because it was also pre-order. When you got pre-order stuff, it takes a while. So that's okay. I can't wait to try this. I can wait to try this. And this is so cute. They had, I think when I looked up, I really love hunter green. It's my favorite color. Zoom in for reference. But I was like, okay, I'll just do black because I'm Black. And then I said, okay, let's try it out. So 3 to 4 months. Who else knew that? I've been out here yuck mouth. I've been like, yeah, every 6 months. Yeah. But because I have ADHD, like I was saying before I got distracted with the many texts that I'm receiving. I have this app called Finch. This is what it is. And it's like make completing tasks fun if you have ADHD. So if you can see, the first one says feed Angela. I'm going to put that there because I did feed her. I mean, she is all around that plate. She is tearing it up. I feel bad for her because I don't have her favorite vegetable on there. And when I'm saying her favorite vegetable is, I've noticed she's been with me now for 2 months. And what I've noticed is that when I feed her, if I have this specific vegetable on the plate, she will go after it. Like, she will eat all of it, and she probably won't even eat all the greens or the salad part. She's going to tear these up, and I feel bad I didn't have none for her today. But I did put her second favorite, which is avocado. I usually, when I buy avocados, I'll like eat one half and have another half, put it in water, and have it for her meals for like a week. But her favorite vegetable, I think, is mushrooms. Like, she's tearing that up every time. Every time. I don't know if she think it's meat. She really likes it wet. Okay. You know, whatever. So the other one is to get out of bed. And I don't have to show you everyone. But it's just so cool. Brush your teeth. I did do that. I have one that says literally survived a day, because yeah, we gotta work on that. And I don't know why I have 2 teeth brushes, but I came on here tangential once again to put like change your toothbrush, and then it's gonna say repeat. All right, so now that I got change your toothbrush on it, I'm gonna go to repeat, and then custom repeat every 3 months, like starting on what today is. Today is the 8th. So I put that there, and then I'm gonna have this started. Okay, so I just put change your toothbrush, which I should have said change your toothbrush head, actually. So that means in 6 months I need to have ordered another one. But I'm gonna see how I feel, because I'm gonna still keep Old Faithful. I just ordered, it just was a random brand that I got off of Amazon like 5 years ago. And it really didn't work, but I just kept using it and changing the heads. So whatever, we'll figure it out. And then I also want to add a goal, which is take your vitamins, because I keep forgetting to do that, and that needs to be an everyday goal. And these are the vitamins that I take, if anybody was wondering. Really for hair, nails, all those things. I feel like this just got really long. Nobody asked for this, okay? I think it's best for me to start doing the work now, and I will check in with you guys later. Update, I didn't do anything. I just cried. So I'm gonna go make some noodles. Okay, so I have to make some noodles, but this place is dirty, and I'm like, should I clean it up? Should I fucking get to this dishwasher? There's just a bunch of things. So I'm gonna put all of the dishes away, and then I'm also gonna put the dirty dishes in here. But before I do that, I'm gonna start some water for some noodles. And then I will just put some great music on, so that you can see that this is happening. What else am I to do? You know? So let's do that.
In the bed you sound so musical, in the club you scream. God like gaze, you're so beautiful, but you're not for me. I can't sleep lately, I'm just trying to find peace. Classic melodies, I just wanna be free. I'm sorry, darling, I can't breathe. There's no room for us, there's no room for us. I said, darling, can you see? There's no room for us, there's no room. Now our lives are changing.
There's a couple things went wrong. I don't have that much left in my battery, and just all my devices just went haywire, including I had to use a different SD card. So that's what's happening right now. Let me kind of cut off. Well, maybe I don't have to cut off all. I was just trying to see how this little thing works just by itself. These are just the settings. I don't know if this is better or not, but I'm just using the light on the camera, and I do see a glare, but whatever. I had to get takeout because when I am mentally distraught or going through things, I do allow myself every once in a while to get a little takeout. So this is the chicken that I got, and then I got this. Keep it at my desk because, you know, I'm black. Oh my god. I think they fucked up, or I fucked up. This is sushi. I didn't want to show you too much because it didn't look like what I ordered, but maybe I did order it and I just can't remember it, which is also very, very plausible. Maybe I ordered wrong things, but this is what I ordered. It's a lot of imitation crab. And I guess we just have to figure that out. My beverage is water. I bought these Pellegrino cherry a while ago, and it's not, I really just like the grapefruit of this brand. Everything else has like a weird aftertaste, but I don't have any more grapefruit. All right, let's see how this is. This soy sauce look real thick, don't it? That is the thickest. I don't know what that is. It's thick as hell. There's like no wasabi ever, which is wild because I've never experienced that before. I will say it's better with this thick sauce. I also got enough that I can have lunch tomorrow. Let's try the chicken, which is still warm, which is good. I trust Asians and I trust black people with fried chicken. That's just what that is. So I have lights on my computer so I can see at night. I think this is better. Okay, hello. We're at the end of this vlog, and I just wanted to do my hair just one more time because I'm trying to figure out my scalp because I have a scalp condition and I really want to wash my hair because it itches, but what I've been doing has reduced it a little bit because usually you can see like a bunch of flakes here. But anyway, let's just get into this for a second. This is like a version of editing Brie. That's what this is. And I just been in a really I've been in a particular type of mental space in addition to being physically ill. Like, I have been in a lot of physical pain for about 4 days now, so I'm trying to get some energy. So I said, today, Brie, you have 4 vlogs. You guys are going to see those vlogs, and you just need to edit as many as you can. I also want to remind you guys that the editing of the captions will either be on the screen or you can do the caption like thing and it'll be edited there because my younger sister has offered to help me with the captioning. So you could either get it on the screen. If you get it on the screen, I mean, I did it. If you get it like as built into the video, it is because she did it. So shout out to her for that. But yeah, this is a rough period that I'm in. I'm really tired. I'm really exhausted right now, but I'm like, Brie, you have to do something. You can't just lay in bed. You have to move around. So I'm like forcing myself to move around. If anyone was wondering, this is a Somali did it. It's a very just long dress. I'm trying to like show you. It's like really long. And I'm just trying to like move through the pain that I'm feeling while also trying to do the best I can. I don't know what that is. While also trying to do the best I can with what's going on in this city that they call Minneapolis. So, yeah, and when I say going on, we're talking about ICE. We're talking about the people who've been killed. There's also so many people who have been killed everywhere. There's a woman named Linda Davis, a black woman who was just killed. And it's just like, this is, I don't want to say new normal because this always felt like I've always been very conscious of people who have been killed by our government, either now or in the past. And I don't know if it's because I am having some mental health stuff too, that combined with everything else and like Epstein files, like everything is just feeling like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like, and I've had my own personal traumas. So now like reading the filth that Epstein did, him and that fucking island, him and Trump, him and all these people, like, I just can't in good conscience keep doing these vlogs and not talking about that. Like, well, how are you guys feeling? Like, are you just like, what the fuck? Do you feel like you just moving through the day? Like, I'm trying to do what I can. I know to combat just sadness and darkness is by being in community. So I'm trying so bad to be in community, but it just sucks. Everything sucks right now. So with that being said, I do want to say thank you for even choosing to watch my videos in this time. I really, really appreciate it. And because I have enough money with my jobs to fund myself into the foreseeable future that I know of, unless something happens. All of my proceeds in January, I donated, actually triple, quadruple, I added my own funds to that. I'm donating in February, I'm showing up, I'm doing things, and also be doing the same thing in March. So if I'm still able to pay my own bills with my other job that Trump is also threatening, but you know, I can't think about that right now. I just gotta, live my life. So with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next vlog.